Hey, what's going on, Cashflow hackers? It's Chris with Life 180, and this video we're going to be talking about financial resolutions for 2024. When we think about New Year's resolutions, and this video is coming out on January 1st, and the goal is to make it so everybody is able to step beyond the resolution and actually come up with a plan. And I'm telling you, this video right here, if you're here and you're watching this for the first time, or whether you're somebody who watches every one of my videos, or a lot of them at least, the purpose of this video is to help you not just create a resolution, but actually execute a plan and give you actual tools. So I promise you, if you stay through this video all the way to the end, I'm going to be giving away worksheets and downloads and all these things for free that we used to charge money for, to be able to walk you through a process where you can gain control of the results in your financial life and make 2024 the year that you actually harness that power and step into the next phase of your life. And I think it's no secret, health resolutions and money resolutions kind of top the charts. And when it comes to health, obviously it's eat healthier, lose weight, maybe eat more organic, do stuff like that. And when it comes to our finances, it's typically items that revolve around getting out of debt, eliminating credit card debt, maybe saving more money for retirement. Maybe you're looking to get into your first real estate investment or something of that nature. Heck, maybe you just want to start investing. Maybe you want to get life insurance. Maybe you want to get a will or a trust or an estate planning situation set up. I'm not sure where you are in your journey, but I promise you, I'm going to cover a lot of this as we go through here. And here's what I know. Most financial resolutions, most resolutions, New Year's resolutions in general, die by the end of January. And so the challenge is, if you make this big, gaudy, audacious resolution and then you don't start making progress on it, the human brain is not going to allow you to put 100% of effort into anything you don't believe you'll be successful with, right? And so as soon as you start to struggle, as soon as you miss a couple deadlines, as soon as you don't go to the gym, or as soon as you don't pay off a debt in a certain way or make enough money to keep the progress going, your subconscious is gonna kind of shut down. And this is why people fail with the resolution. So I want to encourage you right now to not actually implement a resolution today. What I want to encourage you to do is to create a plan, is to create an actionable plan and give yourself the grace to realize the fact that you're just not going to execute perfectly every single week or every single month. And you're probably going to get to the end of this year and you're not going to be where you want to be. But if you plan, you're going to be closer than you would have been had you not planned. And guess what? If you plan, you actually give yourself a chance to succeed. You give yourself like the train tracks that you can run on. And it's a framework and it's guidelines and it's the rails that you can kind of just roll on to be able to get to your goals objectively. Now, here's what I want to do. I'm going to keep this video very, very simple. Like I said, I promised you I would give you actionable items, and I promised you I would give you worksheets and downloads and things that would help you harness more control of the results in your financial life. And I plan to keep that promise. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go through it a little bit. And then I'm going to, at the end of the video, show you how you can go and get these items for free. So I really, really encourage everybody to take me up on this offer. But before I give it to you and have you go do it, I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go up to, oops, I went to the wrong one. I'm going to go up to this. Oh my goodness. There we go. We're going to get this figured out. I'm going to go there and I'm going to go through what we're talking about here. So first and foremost, I'm going to walk through kind of the different stages people are at in this whole journey, right? And so first thing is credit repair and credit rebuilding. You can see here I have a 20-page PDF on eliminating debt and helping you rebuild your credit, because I truly believe it's one of these things that is really frustrating to me, that we live in this society that is really based on credit. You need to leverage credit, and if you're not utilizing and leveraging credit, you're actually kind of selling yourself short, and you're not optimizing opportunity. And so this goes through the 5 things that affect your credit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it there, and then 6 steps to increase your credit score. And so you have to understand it, and then you can do things to increase your credit score. And then once you have that situated, you can go out and you can actually implement a plan to do this. Now, if you decide you go through this worksheet and you say, hey, I need a personal coach, I want some consulting with this, we do have people on our team that are certified to be able to help you with our program. And so you could just go down below. There's a link in the description below. You can actually connect with one of our debt elimination consultants and go from there. But here's where the rubber hits the road, right? So, all right, yeah, sure. Maybe I think most people on some capacity would say I need to improve my credit. But at the end of the day, this is something that I think is really important to do, is create your financial action plan. So I'm going to give everybody this worksheet that goes through to the end here and says, all right, I want to do this. And I really want people to be intentional about this. Is like, what is your written cash flow plan? What is like, and when I say cash flow plan, I think it's important to understand your cash flow plan and not a budget, because when we think budgets, we think restrictive. And I don't think, I don't believe that we have the ability to shrink our way to wealth or think about restricting our way to creation of wealth. So we need to think about it in terms of a business. You know, businesses have to measure inflows and outflows. They have P&Ls, they have balance statements, they have to manage their cash flow. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing and really think about your cash flow plan. And once you have clarity on your cash flow plan, then you can figure out what are you doing to reduce debt if that's a need for you. Maybe you need to do all the above. A tax reduction plan comes into it, coming up with emergency savings fundings, long-term savings fundings. That's what I would call like an opportunity fund is there. Charitable giving, if you want to do tithing or charitable giving. I would think about this. You have to begin with the end in mind and reverse engineer a plan. I'm a big believer that people need to align their money with their values and beliefs. I talk about this all the time. I do it in other videos. I'm not going to go deep into it right now. But a dream and a vision board is so powerful. I've shared this a couple times recently, that my wife and I right now, we launched a private equity fund, and we are moving down to the Dominican Republic. Actually, at the day you watch this on January 1st is going to be the day that we land and arrive in the Dominican Republic to start running our new hotel and resort and retreat center and all this stuff. And we've moved down to the Dominican Republic, and we're spending a good amount of time there with our family and kids. And the crazy part is, my wife and I, back in 2014, when I launched Life 180 for the first time, we did a vision board, and we moved several times since that point in time. And last year, she found our vision boards in storage. And what I can say is that when she found our vision boards in storage, she took them and she put them up in our bathroom, in our master bathroom, in our bedroom. And when she put them up, we'd start looking at them. And the craziest thing is almost everything on our vision board that we put there and set the intention out into the universe to be able to accomplish, and that was the life that we wanted to create for ourselves. I'm going to tell you 80% of that is happening, down to the image of the car, the image of the beach and the place that we are getting in the Dominican Republic. My wife making statements about like let it all go, basically, or everything must go was the statement on there, basically saying we need to purge everything. We're in the process of selling 95% of everything we own and have ever accumulated and gathered for over 20 years, right? So it's one of those things where we're making big moves, but we're aligning our money and our lives more in alignment with our values and beliefs and what we want to create in this world and the life that we want to live, right? And so I think that's really important to do. And I share that because, hey, this journey is never going to end, right? So, and I think being able to start with the end in mind is going to allow you to align your money with your values and beliefs, and go from there. I am a big believer. I've spent over multiple six figures on personal development over the years. And I am a big believer, whether it's masterminds or mentorship or growth. If you happen to be a life insurance agent and you're watching this, this, or even if you're not a life insurance agent, if you're just somebody, whatever area that you are in, I'm a big believer that the best investment you're ever going to make is in yourself. And so going through and investing in personal development, investing in your own skills and your own capacity and abilities to earn more cash flow and to create increase your earning capacity. It's one of the most important things that you can do. Start a business. I think starting a business is a huge thing. It's not for everybody, but this could be a real estate business. It could be a side hustle. It could be whatever it is. Teach your kids survival. This is personal finance. This is teaching your kids about the world. This is something, obviously different families with different age children. This is something I think is really important to understand. With my wife and I moving our children into the world of homeschooling, I think is something that this is an area that honestly, we haven't even been to the level that we want to be yet. And so we're getting there. Preparation planning, whatever that means for you. Part of our move down there is having a contingency plan and having dual residency, which I think is really important. Getting your life insurance plan set up, health insurance and disability, other insurances, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, your wills, estates, trusts, all that stuff, anything else that you have going on. And then sitting down and going through all this. Once again, not all of this is going to be applicable to you, but when we talk about a financial action plan, what it really means is you sitting down with your spouse and going through these things and having a conversation, not making some whimsical New Year's resolution, but actually creating a plan and setting goals and dates and what you're actually looking to accomplish. And this is a fillable PDF. You can see here, I will give everybody that wants this at the end the ability to opt in and access it. And I think it'll be really powerful stuff. Now, beyond that, and I'm doing this in order. Remember, I'm going back here, and so we have the credit cheat sheet here. So you can go through and read this 20-page PDF if you want it. You'll get that. You'll get the financial action plan sheet that you should sit down with your spouse and go through and really figure out what you have going on. And then we have the budget form, which is basically your monthly cash flow plan, right? So this is going to help you get really, really clear on every dollar that's going in and out of your life, right? It includes all your debts, your assets, your liabilities. Once again, it's a fillable PDF form. It includes Christmas, anniversaries, organizational dues, everything that you do from school tuition to pet care to lessons that you're having for the kids, eating out, restaurants, replacing furniture, vacations, internet, cable, other entertainment, his money to blow and her money to blow. I think it's really, really important. Not a necessity, depending on where you are, but I do think it's important if you want to blow some money. Some people just want to blow some money. My wife and I like to have some money that we could just spend on what we want, right? And so it's just be intentional about what you're doing, figuring out what your savings are, your monthly income. And this is going to help you figure out what your real cash flow looks like. And there's an old statement out there, is anything measured improves. And this is going to be your ability to do that. And so as you go through these plans here and you start prioritizing, once you understand why it's important to you and you got your dream and vision board set up and you're really, and you don't have to build the dream vision board, but you have to get really, really intentional about why you're doing what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish and why that matters so much to you, right? And for me, the visualization of it is absolutely really important. I am a big believer in that. And so when we build these things out here and you get really, really clear with your spouse on what's important to you, now you can figure out how it all fits into your cash flow statement. And maybe your biggest need here is to create more monthly income, right? And so that is what it is. But all this is here, all the math works out. The goal in this whole process is to make your life as easy as possible and give you the tools and the resources that you need to succeed. Once again, when we're talking about New Year's resolutions, the problem is most people give up on the resolutions. What I want to do is I want to encourage you to execute a plan, a New Year's plan, to create a new system and a new process and a new way of thinking about money and executing and showing up with your money and increasing your relationship with money. Because here's the bottom line is we've been duped. I do a thing called the 5 F's of life: the faith, family, fitness, finances, and freedom. Everybody is on the path to wanting freedom. That's what retirement is. And I just think it's kind of a sad state that we live in this world where people think they need to go to school, get a job, and work for 40 years just to be able to have some chance of retirement, when the reality is you should be able to have financial freedom in 10 to 15 years at most if you want it, right? And so when we look at it through that lens, being able to be intentional about what we want and reverse engineer a cash flow plan to get there. That's why I wrote my book, Cashflow Hacking, is to teach people that. If you are interested in getting a copy of that, you can go down in the link in the description below as well. Or go to cashflowhackingbook.com and you can get it. I'll give it to you for free. All I ask you to do is pay the shipping and handling. Or if you want to go to Amazon, go to amazon.com and search for Cashflow Hacking Book, and you'll see my book, and you can pay $20 for it there. It's up to you. But the bottom line is I want this year to be a year that you can be intentional about getting where you want to go. And if you feel you need help, obviously I think these sheets are going to help you get progress. But if you feel you need personal help, personal consulting, personal coaching, I would encourage you to go down in the link in the description below, schedule a clarity call, schedule a debt elimination call, or do something of that nature to get one of my coaches on the phone with you to be able to give you a free consultation to figure out what does it look like for you. Once again, there's no harm, no foul in having a conversation. They are not hardcore sales pitches. It is just designed to be able to help you execute the goals that you're looking to accomplish in your life, and that's it. So anyway, I hope you found value in this video. I hope you do take me up on the offer and get the free downloads of these worksheets to be able to help you start to execute today. Because listen, starting now is one of the most important things that you can do. Don't delay, don't kick this off, don't download them and say, all right, I got them and we'll deal with it in a couple weeks or whatever. Strike while the iron's hot, strike while you're being intentional about it, and like download them, mark some time with your spouse, sit down with them, or if you're single, sit down and actually work through it. These are the hard things. Being intentional about these things and having the crucial conversations about these areas of life and personal finance are some of the challenging elements of relationships, because maybe sometimes you and your spouse don't see eye to eye, or you have different goals, different objectives. But there's an old statement that I love. It's just because the ostrich buries his head in the sand doesn't mean the lion's dinner plans have changed. And at the end of the day, all of these items that I put in the financial action plan are things that you're going to have to deal with at some point in time, whether you like it or not. And so life is going to happen to you. You can either do it intentionally and do it on your terms, or you can have it happen to you reactively, in which case things are not going to go as well for you. So it's my encouragement to you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Reach out. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. That way you're notified every time I launch a new video, because 2024, we're going to be launching a bunch of videos like this, and you're going to see my studio is changing. I'm going to be down in my studio in the Dominican Republic for a lot of the time. I'll still have this. It'll still be available. I'll be back and forth a little bit, but the predominant amount of my time is going to be down living our new best life in the Dominican Republic. So I'm really excited. So anyway, that is it. Have a blessed, inspirational day. We'll talk soon. See ya.